right, my friends, welcome in. We're going to do an all signs reading. I'm not really going to put it's not going to be like, what you don't see coming or anything like that. Let's just get messages out for you. Okay. They're going to be quick, concise, because I got to get through 12 signs. Okay. Do them quickly here for you. Get the messages that you need to hear. Please let me know in the comments if you're enjoying these all signs readings. If I'm doing them for nothing, then we're doing them for nothing. So Leo, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leo. Happy birthday to you. All right, my loves. Leo, a message that you need to hear. Check your other placements if this one doesn't resonate. If you're watching for another person, check their placements. What do we need to know for Leo? That's you, babe. That's you. Okay, let's see here. What about this? Okay, what are you worried about here? Being pessimistic about something. Okay, this could encompass all of Leo season for the collective as well, okay? I feel like somebody's actions have put them in a position of having to reflect on those actions. And I feel like this person is realizing, whether it's you or someone else, this person is realizing that they have done themselves a disservice here. They have done something to themselves, a scarcity mindset. It feels like somebody might have been trying to hold on to something really tightly, and they've been forced to let it go. There's healing that's happening, yeah, because something is coming to the light here. There's more Leo energy. I'm also seeing Aquarius. Leo, for some of you, this may really be heightened for you the closer we get to Virgo season, the closer we get to that Aquarius full moon, which is on August 9th. Okay. So there's healing because some action is being reflected on, and somebody's realizing it was a lack mentality, a scarcity mindset, codependency, something like that, trying to grasp onto something. All right, Leo. Let me know if that's you or if that's somebody else there. Hey, Virgo. Going to get a message out for you. There's no intention, just whatever wants to come through for you. Check your other placements if it doesn't resonate. If you're watching for another person, check their placements. All right, let's see. Show me. All right, so we have Capricorn energy here. I want to say Taurus, but Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Eight of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Somebody here is, yeah, look at this. Somebody thinks that somebody's focus on something is because there's a lack somewhere else, when I'm actually seeing that somebody just has a lot of responsibility. Somebody's trying to justify their way of thinking. Somebody's trying to justify their way of thinking is what I'm getting. I feel like it's not what they're observing is not registering properly. It feels like somebody twisting something here. I'm seeing Capricorn energy, 7 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. It does look like it's within a family situation. Now, this could be a spouse to you, a partner for you, Virgo. I feel like somebody has a lot of responsibility. I feel like they work day in, day out. There's this constant work here, hence the Capricorn energy. They have something that they're trying to achieve and uphold, and they're trying to create stability and abundance around them. And I feel like it's for a family situation, but somebody here is looking at the situation like it's because of another reason. And I don't think that's accurate. Somebody could be saying they're doing this because there's a financial issue, but I don't see that there's a financial issue. I just feel like somebody's has a lot of responsibility, and there's a lot to maintain here. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. Somebody is, on some level, there's accuracy there, but on another level, there's like this twisted, using it as an excuse for something, or using it as a reason why something is happening. Yeah, okay, it's creating conflict. Somebody's way of thinking generates some kind of conflict. Somebody is very protective of what they're trying to build and what they're trying to do. They have to stay focused on this. That's how this person feels, or the person that I'm seeing here. It could be you, okay? And there's another person here that's saying, well, you're not doing this because of this issue, but there's really not an issue. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, for my Libras. Libra, not here to set an intention for this reading, just whatever message needs to come through to you, whatever you need to hear. Check your other placements if this reading doesn't resonate. Check the other person's placements if you're watching for someone else. For Libra. The Ace of Swords. Wow. Okay, the Ace of Wands. You know what you want to go after now here, it looks like. Or somebody does. It could be you. Oh, somebody wants a reconciliation here. Is that you? Tell me about this. Okay. 2 of Swords. 5 of Swords. Okay. I've been seeing this in your readings, like when I've been, like in your monthly readings. And the Hanged Man. So there's clarity. Yeah, somebody, I feel like it's you, Libra. Reverse it if you need to. It certainly could be reversed. Libra, I'm just going to read it as you. Like I said, this feels like you're making some sort of change because you're tired of your own insecurities and self-sabotage getting in the way of something that you want. And it looks like it has to do with a person, coming together with a person, making some sort of final decision, final judgment call around a person. There's clarity of path. You understand now that if something doesn't change, if you don't change something, nothing's going to change. So this seems like there might be some kind of lesson, Libra, around trusting yourself to make balanced decisions, but also not getting in your own way, or not letting like your sense of insecurities or lack of self-esteem or negative self-talk or whatever it is. Some of you could be on a Virgo cusp or have Virgo in your chart. Some of you I'm seeing have a North Node in Pisces, and we have North Node in Pisces right now. Okay, so there is something about that, like learning a lesson around this, like to get out of your own way here. You have clarity. Looks like you want to initiate that, but you've been holding back, and it looks like there's going to be some kind of change. If you change nothing, nothing changes, as they say, right? Okay, Libra. Very good. That's good. That's progress. All right. Hi, Scorpio. The divine pulled me to the table today to read for you, and there's a message over on Scorpio and Company where I left it. Okay. All right, so let's dive in here, Scorpio. There's not an intention for this reading, just whatever you need to hear. Please check your other placements if you feel like this doesn't resonate for you. Check the other person's placements if you're watching for someone else. Okay. Aries, Scorpio, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. I'm going to make a note of that. That showed up in your reading, that reading I'm talking about. Okay. We have the Hermit here. You could be, say it's not so, Scorpio. Are you in isolation? You in solitude right now? Scorpio, some of you needing to pay attention to your health here. Okay. Knight of Swords. Knight of Cups. Yep. I'm seeing a few things. For some of you, there's too much work going on. You need to sit back. You need to take care of your health, pay attention to your health, make sure you're paying attention to yourself here, okay? You do have some kind of communication coming through. Again, go watch that reading. It is romantic in nature, it looks like, at least in this case. Maybe not so much in that one that I picked up, but it could have been anything in that one. Show me more about this. Yeah, the moon, the Four of Swords. For some of you, this is something having to do with mental health. Six of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. I think whatever this communication is someone saying, I'm going to work on this past issue, whatever the past issue is. I'm going to work on this past issue. I feel like you're just coming from a really grounded place. Tell me about this Hermit. Give me a little more on this Hermit. Yeah, the Devil. I think you're working too much, Scorpio. I think somebody may be saying something to you about it. But it's almost like you feel like you have to. Maybe you're the only one, like the breadwinner, or like you know, but somebody's complaining that you're working too much. You have the Chariot. Some of you need a vacation. Some of you, maybe you've been traveling too much. You need to sit still. You're doing too much. Show me that Knight of Cups. The Star. Two of Swords. Give me a second. And the Seven of Cups. Some of you make work a priority. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying there needs to be work-life balance here if that's the case, okay? Maybe somebody in a relationship with you is complaining about how much you work. All right. But I also see that you know, there's somebody here saying, I'm going to do my best to correct the past, whatever that means. Okay. However that applies to you or to this person. I think that if you're dealing with a romantic situation and there's been an issue with that something can be healed here with that Four of Swords that I was seeing. Okay. Hello, Sagittarius. I'm not setting an intention for this reading other than a message that you need to hear come through. Sagittarius, if you're watching this and this reading doesn't resonate, please check your other placements. If you're watching for a person, check their placements too. Show me for Sagittarius. Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Three of Pentacles. You've got a great idea here that you want to see move forward. It looks like you're going to be... Now, for some of you own your own business. If that's the case, then I feel like this... whatever this is that you want to take action on, I see that it's inspired. You're ready to go on it. It might be that you need to present it to other people. I do see it expanding. If it moves forward, it expands. Okay, yeah, there's a hiccup here. The hiccup is that you have to present it to somebody, or everybody has to be on the same page. Everybody has to be willing to, you know, put in the same amount of effort for Pentacles. You may be told that there's no funding or that this is not lucrative. I feel like that's a lie. Not a blatant lie. It's just somebody can't see the profit of it or what it can produce. I feel like you're going to hit a little bit of a speed bump trying to initiate something, get something off the ground, push something through. I feel like this can be resolved with a little bit of research here. Yeah, you're going to get some pushback. Okay, I do see you're going to get some pushback about it. You're like, no. Okay. Yeah, there could be some tempers that are flaring over it or that do flare over it. I feel like somebody is trying to be like the voice of reason here for you, Sag. But also, I feel like you have this knowing that something is going to work. Do it anyway. We used to have this saying on the back of the ambulance. Yeah, I see you doing it anyway. You're proving it. So on the back of an ambulance, we had to sometimes in certain situations call our medical director from the ambulance and ask for permission to do a certain procedure like RSI. which is where you put somebody under to intubate them. That kind of thing, those kinds of things, tracheotomies, that sort of stuff, right? If you had time. But sometimes there wasn't time and you knew what needed to be done and it was just wasting time, or, somebody's life was at risk if you had to make that phone call. So you took matters into your own hands. And as a paramedic, sometimes you have to make certain decisions to problem solve. And we used to have a saying that said, it's better to ask forgiveness, beg forgiveness, than ask permission. And this is what this feels like to me. Because I feel like you have a knowing that it could work, but I also feel like you're going to have to do this in a very stealthy, sneaky kind of way to be able to accomplish it. I do see it can grow. I feel like people are interfering and aren't seeing that, though. Okay. Capricorn. There's no intention for this message. It's just whatever you need to hear right now. Whatever message needs to come through. Check your other placements if it doesn't resonate for you. And if you're watching for another person, check their placements too. Okay, Capricorn. Cornucopia. Y'all probably wonder why I call you that. I don't really know. But you're driven to succeed and you have a lot of abundance around you typically. So, all right, 7 of Cups. What's that about? Are you confused about something? Okay, King of Swords. Ooh. You're confused why something didn't pan out the way you had hoped? A door is shutting for you and you're confused by this. Yeah, it's like back to the drawing board. You were waiting. Wow, you really had hoped for a different outcome here. I'm seeing Ace of Cups. Okay. You're confused by the news. Well, this is putting you in the position of a new beginning. This is like, look at that, a very abundant new beginning. For some of you, it could involve like a partnership, business or otherwise, probably relationship. There's an outcome here that's been a little confusing to you or a little emotionally turbulent for you. It's not the result you wanted. However, it's closing out a cycle so that you make another choice. The hand of God is involved in this here, okay? You have some kind of new beginning elsewhere. Whatever this is, it's closing out. It wasn't meant for you anyway. So the door is shutting on it, okay? Maybe not what you want, but what you need. I feel like you're going to look back on this and be grateful that something didn't work out the way you had hoped it was going to, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. No intention for woo, Ember says. No intention for this reading other than a message that you need to hear come through. Check your other placements if this doesn't resonate for you. And if you're watching for another person, check their placements too. All right, let's see. You had a reading on Aquarius and Company. I felt led to do for you. Okay, show me for Aquarius, please. Queen of Pentacles. You too, huh? I've been getting this message for you to rest. And I feel like this is another one of those messages here. Yep. Take care of yourself. Take better care of yourself. For some of you, I feel like you're needing to change up something about your routine here. Some of you could have a hurt ankle. Left ankle, I'm getting. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. Aquarius, you might be like, there might be this subliminal thing going on with you, subconscious thing, where you feel like you have to be productive to be valuable. 8 of Swords. Oof. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is about you taking better care of yourself. Something here doesn't need to have so much emphasis on it. Didn't I get this for Scorpio too? Pluto is in your sign. And I notice in your readings that work and love is being impacted very much, um, very strongly by that Pluto energy. So watch the Scorpio readings for a little while. They'll probably resonate with you. I feel like you need to have more fun, more activity. There's something here about taking care of yourself. Hanged Man. What's that about? Yeah, you keep resorting to like, okay, I'll do something different. Okay, I'll do this too. No, it's not about adding more necessarily. It's about doing something differently here. Okay. I feel like it's tied to your work, your career, maybe how you're running the household, your investments for some of you. Show me about that Four of Pentacles. Yeah, see, it makes you something about shifting that makes you worry about the future. But I feel like the universe is saying, like, hasn't the universe always provided for you? So I feel like this is a little bit of living by faith, but also understanding that you don't have to manage so much. There's some exhaustion. Get some sleep. Go for a walk. I think these things are going to be important. Eat well, okay? Pay attention to your health. I've been seeing quite a bit, especially in the personal readings. Some of you had personal readings with me. I keep telling you this card's coming out for all the Aquariuses, and it's the card Time for a Nap from the Wisdom of the Oracle. So I feel like you just recalibrate how you're doing something and don't put so much emphasis on like survival, okay? Maybe work on balancing that root chakra, okay? All right. I love you, Aquarius. Hey, Pisces. All right, my friends, let's see what's going on for you guys. This is no intention, just whatever message you need to hear right now. If you find that this reading doesn't resonate for you or you want a broader picture of what's going on, check your other placements. And if you're watching for another person, check their placements too, okay? For Pisces, please. Every time I say Pisces, I hear fishy, fishy. And then I also hear they show me Dory and they say, just keep swimming. Just keep. Okay. So, okay. Finally, some positivity, we hope. Okay. Something here lifting your spirits. Wow. 10 of Cups. The World. Oh, for some of you, I'm hearing addition to the family. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Why does that keep coming out for everybody? Four of Swords. Four of Wands. 9 of Swords. Why that 5 of Pentacles? 9 of Swords. Okay, there's somebody here that you love very much. There may be some health concerns or somebody is being diagnosed with something. Although I feel like, let me just clarify this Page of Wands. It feels like news to me that's coming through. Yeah, you kind of anticipated it, but I want to say like something about this is presenting a new beginning. You have a lot of love for whatever this is, which is why there's concern. That's why there's all this concern. You're concerned about the stability of something. For some of you, maybe you're having to I hope this isn't the case, but I mean, I hate that anybody has to go through this, but it's just part of life, right? People get ill. There may be something here where you have to move in with a person, or there's some rearranging going on with family, or someone's moving in with you or something like that. And it feels like because you want to help support and love and provide for this person and make sure that their needs are met, right? I wonder if it's not interrupting something for you, like something you were trying to do, something that you were trying to, explore, invest in, that kind of thing. And there may be some sort of financial concerns. Like this isn't necessarily good news for the pocketbook, but I feel like this is asking you to redirect your focus on the things that are very valuable to you, not so much the tangible stuff that pays the bills. Okay. It's more about a connection or a relationship or the love that you have for a person here that I feel like is going to be the focus. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm seeing for Pisces. Hello, Aries. My gods and goddesses of war. All right, let's see what's going on for you. This is not a reading with an intention, just whatever message you need to hear at this time. If you're watching for another person, watch their other placements. And if if this reading doesn't resonate for you, watch your other placements too, especially if you want a more well-rounded kind of picture of what's going on, okay? Show me for my Aries. Judgment, okay. Scorpio energy there. Knight of Wands. Making a decision to take some kind of action. Five of Pentacles. And the Hanged Man. Oof. I feel like somebody wants you to do something and you're not going to do it. It's making you think about reaching out or communicating, reaching out, sending a message. Okay. This seems specific, Aries. Again, check your other placements. Yeah, the Tower. Something here that's happened is, or there's a storyline that's going on where I feel like something happened. Somebody's asking you to do something. You're refusing to do it. This is changing things. This is bringing in some kind of Tower here. It looks like there's some sort of fights, altercations, disagreements, challenges when it comes to this over some kind of action. I keep hearing, I don't know. I don't know. Like somebody frustrating saying, I don't know. Somebody's loyalty might be being questioned. Money might be being questioned here. It pushes you in another direction, I'm seeing. You might be feeling like you have to defend yourself. And I don't, for whatever reason, it doesn't feel like you really have to, but you are, because I don't know. Show me, somebody may be accusing you of something. Yeah, the Moon. Tell me the truth. I keep hearing, I don't know. Like somebody saying, I don't know. I don't know. Something like that. So there's some sort of argument. I don't feel like the I don't know is a lie. I feel like it's honest. But I feel like somebody thinks that somebody's trying to cover something up here. So it's bringing a Tower and it's pushing, I feel like, you in another direction. If you're whoever's defending themselves, it feels like it's pushing them in another direction. Okay. Hey, Taurus. All right, my loves, we're here to bring you a message without an intention, just whatever needs to be heard. Check your other placements if this one doesn't resonate, and also if you want a more well-rounded picture of your situation. Check the other person's placements if you're watching for them too, okay? If there's another person you're watching for. For Taurus, please. All right, so we have the Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy. Page of Swords. The Empress. And the King of Swords. Well, okay. Queen of Pentacles. Who's all these people here? Although I feel like this King of Swords is you. Magician. You're receiving someone's request. The request that this person is making is tied to compassion, wanting to give, generosity. Could be a spouse that you're dealing with. Somebody here, though, I feel like is drawing some lines in the sand. You could be trying to protect your money. Yeah, you're saying slow down. There's no rush. Slow down. That's a Taurus thing. There's no rush, slow down. This is your line in the sand. There's no rush, slow down. I don't really see somebody trying to rush, though. I see. So the compassion, the understanding, the request is because of someone else's emotions. So I think you're keen to this and you're like, okay, let's not make an emotional decision. Let's not rush into this because we're feeling a certain kind of way or because we're feeling, however, okay. Somebody might be trying to do something quickly and I feel like you're trying to slow it down. Yeah, I'm hearing let's give it some time. Let's see how things go. Let's give it some time. And somebody I feel like is more like, well, I want to do this soon. I want to do this soon. There's a reason for that. What's the reason for the soonness? Yeah, there's emotions tied to this. Like someone is sad or someone is depressed or someone has regret or something like this. It's like, I feel like you're being very diplomatic here. You're guiding somebody very diplomatically. They may not like it because they're not coming from a logical, diplomatic place. They're coming from an emotional place. Okay. All right, Taurus, that's what I got for you. All right, let me know if that resonated for you. Gem and the Misfits. Okay. Gemini, we're here to pull a message for you. There's no specific intention for this message, just whatever you need to hear in this moment, regardless of when you're watching. If it doesn't resonate with you, check your other placements. If you're watching for someone else, check their placements too. It'll give you a more well-rounded picture here of what's going on as well. Okay, the Devil, Shadow Bastard. Okay. Four of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting somebody struggling with allergies here. I don't have anything going on with my face, and I got like this, the tickly, kind of itchy, scratchy, kind of, I don't know. Somebody's suffering from allergies at the moment. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Death card. Clarify the Devil for me, please. Thank you. Gemini, I feel like you're being guided out of a situation here. Looks like a relationship. Yep. Two of Swords. You might be feeling blocked to get out of a relationship. Oof. Some of you could be struggling with you're struggling to end something. Yeah, it's a relationship. Why the struggle? What's this? Tell me about this Devil. Give me a second. Cups. Yeah, you totally feel misunderstood. You feel like you can't move the way you want to move here. You feel like you're slowed down. You're healing from this before you decide to take any action. You're probably a female watching this if that's the case. You don't have to be. I'm just saying. Females generally do that. Okay. You might be looking for a job somewhere else if that's the case. Yeah, you're going to get it. If you're looking for a job somewhere else, it seems like you get whatever this is, this opportunity. Or there's a window of opportunity for you to go. I feel like you're trying to get out of a marriage or you're trying to get out of a connection and you feel delayed. You may be waiting on some kind of communication in order for that to happen. I see that it's coming. Heal. Okay. I feel like just take the time to heal. All right. I feel like maybe you want solitude or you want to be alone, but you can't because you got this thing around you here. I think you're really disappointed at how this has gone. It might have been something that you revisited. Okay. If you're trying to get out and you're trying to find work in order to do that, maybe move back home or whatever it is for you. Then I feel like you're going to get something. There's that window of opportunity that's coming through. Okay. All right. Hey, Cancer. Last but not least this time. All right, my beautiful Cancerians, we're here to pull a message for you. No intention, just whatever needs to come through, whatever needs to be heard. Check your other placements. If this one doesn't resonate for you, check another person's placements if you're watching for them too. Watching all the placements can give you a well-rounded picture of what's going on. As it starts to rain, water sign. 7 of Wands. Why are you feeling, defensive? Somebody's emotionally manipulating you, or you are emotionally manipulating someone. Yeah, somebody trying to control. Feel like you're trying to protect your energy here. 10 of Swords. I'm hearing you want something to end. I see somebody emotionally manipulating and controlling. Could be an earth sign. Somebody could be real rigid around tradition or commitment or their career. You suck it out as long as you can here. It looks like it's going to end. If it hasn't already, it may end in Leo season. Tell me about that. Yeah, this is healing codependency here. Whatever is going on, there's some sort of codependent energy. That's the clue, the key to healing. That's what needs to be healed. You may have gotten involved in this because of codependency, but I feel like you're waking up to it now. I mean, I feel like you're waiting for something to end. It is going to end. Yeah, I feel like you're feeling the need to protect yourself from a person here. You feel like there's nothing here for you. Okay. All right, Cancer, that's what I'm seeing for you. Let me check the time. I got a minute. Okay, let's do a collective. Let's do a collective message here for everybody watching. Give me a collective message for everybody watching. What needs to be heard right now? Okay, 6 of Swords. Yeah, some of you getting away from a bad situation or from a tumultuous situation. Maybe moving away from a group of people, a work environment, an organization. Wow, you're about to land in some serious stability here. Yeah, it's like a work situation. Some of you doing work differently, moving on from a work environment. It feels like a group of people, or you're done working together with another person here. You're done working on things. It could be this 9 of Wands. It's almost like the universe is like, okay, we'll take it from here. Yeah, something is done. The end of a cycle is here. Okay, so for those of you walking away, letting go, don't try to hold on to it. 4 of Pentacles here. There's still some sort of emotional connection to this, but I feel like you're... she says. Ooh, she's got such a serious bark. Wow. Little do you know that this was, wow. This was interfering in your, there's a soul contract ending. This was interfering in your legacy and your stability and the longevity of something on generational wealth and abundance and that sort of thing. So long-term stability, this wasn't where it was at. It was interfering in that. So now it looks like you are ending something here karmically, and you are going to be moving into a more stable position. You're tired though. Feels like a situation you don't necessarily want to repeat. And that's the point, my friends. All right, I'm going to leave this here, get it to you. I'm sending you guys a lot of love. Take care.